right there says it all. I mean, the title and whatever thumbnail I end up throwing on this video probably also says it all. But yeah, we're here, and so is Mojo Dojo Casa Ken, and I have been waiting months to get a Mojo Dojo Casa Ken. So the fact that he's here now, I'm wasting zero time, and I'm just gonna dive into this freaking doll because I am so excited. Ugh, people can say what they want about Mattel, but like, when they do be doing it, they do it so well. I have to look, hold on. This is a Ken. This is a freaking Ken, if I have ever seen a Ken before. Now, you're probably wondering, am I going to be opening him? Actually, you're probably not wondering, because again, the video title is probably going to imply that yes, I am going to be opening this gorgeous king and freeing him from this very gorgeous packaging, might I add. I know it's like kind of controversial right now to like love Ken, and that like a lot of people on the internet are kind of like anti-Ken. In all my personal opinions on that aside, which I'll say lightly and briefly that I just think people are projecting and taking Ken's existence in the film and marketing a little too personal and extreme. It's not that deep. All that aside, I am a Ken stan. I'm a Gemini sun. And I'm also somebody who is just very in tune with both his feminine and masculine energies. So when I watch the Barbie movie, I take both Barbie and Ken's separate stories so personal, and they both feel like attacks on different parts of who I am or have been as a person. So I can't be anti-Ken at all, and I have a lot of empathy for his character. So when I first saw the Barbie movie and Ken was, you know, becoming who Ken was for a minute there, my jaw was literally on the floor, and I was so mad at him as a character, right? How could I not be? Like, he was being so mean. And so, like, I get it. But again, like, I can also empathize with it a little bit and his little damaged, whatever, Mojo Dojo self. But underneath that mean-spirited, damaged, heartbroken, acting out of line as a result, Ken was a fashion icon. Whether you see it or not, I personally do, and I'm so glad that that fashion icon, that was mean, jaw-dropping Ken, got dolls. Because this is insane. Look at him. I mean, I've been holding him up for the last however long it takes me to trim this rant down, but like, that's an icon. That is a literal legend, both in doll form and in the film. So, thank you, Barbie movie, costume designers, and Ryan Gosling for just bringing this to our worlds as Barbie and doll collectors. Okay, I've talked enough. I've defended Ken enough. And now I'm going to take him out of this box and get this video moving. Okay. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. We'll figure it out kind of together. But I'm gonna start here. That looks like a good place to start. Oh my goodness. The horse print lining, like in the movie, is just Such a funny detail that I am so glad they added. They had to, right? I mean, it's part of the whole look and what makes this jerk of a Ken character, former jerk of a Ken character, such a fashion icon. Like, really, be serious. Horse-lined fur coat. Okay, so on the back, of course, you get the doll stand and the certificate of authenticity. Fun. I'm gonna need those. I hope too many people aren't, like, cringing over the fact that I'm opening him. My theory with keeping dolls in box is that I don't do it. Unless I have a really, really good, legitimate reason. But as a doll collector, it's so hard for me to just not open them. There are plenty of dolls that I do have new in box on display and whatnot. So there's always exceptions, of course, but like 95% of the time. And if I want a doll bad enough, like in box, I would rather double dip on it and then have the first one I get, one that I open. So if I want it bad enough in box, I'll feel more like inclined to try and get it while I can type of thing. So I think that's going to be the case with him. I think I'm going to need to get one to like keep sealed in package just because, my guy, if there's any one Barbie movie I get two of, it's going to be him. But fortunately for me, he looks pretty easy to take out, which is one thing I have to give credit to Mattel for with all of the Barbie movie dolls, is that they are packaged in a way that is not only super easy to take them out, but also easy to put them back in the box if you wanted to display them in their package again. And that is not the standard for most of their dolls, or Barbies anyway. Since I got my very first Barbie movie doll, I noticed that, and every single one I've gotten since, it's just something I've really appreciated, both as somebody who likes to have his dolls on display and somebody who likes to have his dolls opened. He is coming out of this package super easily, thank goodness. And I'm not getting rid of this package, obviously. Oh, there's a little thing on the bottom too that I have to tear apart. You would think by now with, like, I don't know how many Barbie movie dolls I have, honestly, but with however many I do have, you would think by now I'd be a little bit, like, on it when it comes to opening these, but oh my goodness. We did it. Almost. He still has the plastic on him, but the fur feels really, really nice. Feels really, really nice. And no tea, no shade, but for the price, it better. I hope this isn't controversial, but I don't think Mojo Dojo Ken was overpriced. I mean, he was pricey regardless at $75 USD, but that was a $75 USD that you can see, like, was kind of worth it. At least in my opinion. Okay. He is free. Here he is, in his gorgeous I'm Just Ken mode, without the fur jacket. He has some plastic stuff on his feet from the box that I'll take off when I'm done with this video, but for now. One of my favorite things about this doll is his necklace. The horse necklace. So funny. Again, another little detail that I'm so thankful we got, but again, it was kind of essential to the look. So here is his jacket, all on its own. It's huge. It's literally like the size of my face. I love the lining. It's just so funny to me. Ken is so funny. How can you hate him? I understand he was a literal jerk when he was going through it. Aren't we all, right? But it was so funny. It's so campy, guys. Just laugh. Laugh at it. It's so absurd. This is absurd, but in like the most funny way possible. And if you get it, you get it. And if you don't, well, more Ken dolls for us who do, right? Oh, his jacket is really easy to slip through. Thank gosh. If you're a doll collector, you know fur coats and doll arms and hands are just... it's either a hit or it's a miss. But this one was thankfully pretty easy to slip through. He's like... he's drowning in it. He's literally drowning in the jacket. It's really funny. Look at him. He's so tiny in it. He's so funny. What a doll. What a freaking Ken doll. Honestly, maybe I'm biased because I love the movie so much, but this might be one of my favorite Ken dolls of all time. I don't know if they're ever going to be able to top this, and I personally can't think of one that I like better. I can think of some that come close though, but that's another conversation. But here he is, guys. Mojo, Dojo, Casa, Ken. Okay, that's it. I mean, I'm not really looking to, like, review this doll because the review is 20 out of 10. I would recommend. I think he's flawless, gorgeous, worth every penny. That's it. That's literally the tweet. So, if you are somebody who is deciding on whether or not you should be getting a Mojo Dojo Casa Ken, yes, you should be. That's it. That's the review. That being said, if you are already subscribed to my channel, I'm not here to do a ton of consistent videos or anything like that, but I do have some plans for more YouTube videos that I will be making and posting in the future. But if you're really interested in my dolls in my collection and you aren't already, go follow me on my Instagram. It's at doll.boy, B-O-I-I, and that's like the main source of everything regarding my doll collecting and showcasing them online. So if you're curious about what dolls I have, or you just want to see how Ken ends up looking in whatever photo shoots I put him through, then go follow me on Instagram and we'll connect there. And until then, I will see you in either the next Instagram post or the next YouTube video. If nobody has told you today, you are enough. Your Kenergy is fierce. Barbie is love. Barbie is life. And anyone who tells you that you have to pick a side between Barbie or Bratz or MGA versus Mattel is just wrong. Okay, guys, that's it. That's all I've got. Goodbye, and thank you again for watching my video.